Hello again, everyone. Today we are going to do lesson number 41 from A Course in Miracles. Thank you so much for everyone who is tuning in and participating in these lessons. I really appreciate it, and you are really going to benefit from it. All right, so today's lesson is very touching, so hopefully it helps you bring up some good emotion and you really feel into this one, because this is an excellent one today. God goes with me wherever I go. Today's idea will eventually overcome completely the sense of loneliness and abandonment all the separated ones experience. Depression is an inevitable consequence of separation. So are anxiety, worry, a deep sense of helplessness, misery, suffering, and intense fear of loss. The separated ones have invented many cures for what they believe to be the ills of the world. But the one thing they do not do is to question the reality of the problem. Yet its effects cannot be cured because the problem is not real. The idea for today has the power to end all this foolishness forever. And foolishness it is, despite the serious and tragic forms it may take. Deep within you is everything that is perfect, ready to radiate through you and out into the world. It will cure all sorrow and pain and fear and loss, because it will heal the mind that thought these things were real and suffered out of its allegiance to them. You can never be deprived of your perfect holiness, because its source goes with you wherever you go. You can never suffer, because the source of all joy goes with you wherever you go. You can never be alone, because the source of all life goes with you wherever you go. Nothing can destroy your peace of mind, because God goes with you wherever you go. We understand that you do not believe all this. How could you, when the truth is hidden deep within, under a heavy cloud of insane thoughts, dense and obscuring, yet representing all you see? Today, we will make our first real attempt to get past this dark and heavy cloud and to go through it to the light beyond. There will be only one long practice period today. In the morning, as soon as you get up if possible, sit quietly for some 3 to 5 minutes with your eyes closed. At the beginning of the practice period, repeat today's idea very slowly. Then make no effort to think of anything. Try instead to get a sense of turning inward, past all the idle thoughts of the world. Try to enter very deeply into your own mind, keeping it clear of any thoughts that might divert your attention. From time to time, you may repeat the idea if you find it helpful. But most of all, try to sink down and inward, away from the world and all the foolish thoughts of the world. You are trying to reach past all these things. You are trying to leave appearances and approach reality. It is quite possible to reach God. In fact, it is very easy, because it is the most natural thing in the world. You might even say it is the only natural thing in the world. The way will open if you believe that it is possible. This exercise can bring very startling results, even the first time it is attempted, and sooner or later, it is always successful. We will go into more detail about this kind of practice as we go along, but it will never fail completely, and instant success is possible. Throughout the day, use today's idea often, repeating it very slowly, preferably with the eyes closed. Think of what you are saying, what the words mean. Concentrate on the holiness that they imply about you, and on the unfailing companionship that is yours, on the complete protection that surrounds you. You can indeed afford to laugh at fear thoughts, remembering that God goes with you wherever you go. That's so beautiful, right? All right, so let's see what A Year of Forgiveness has to say about Lesson 41 of A Course in Miracles. God goes with me wherever I go. You are blessed beings indeed. I am that one that you know as Jesus. This is the most basic truth you can tell yourself all day long, that you are not alone. I am not alone. God is with me. That thought brings you peace instead of accusing yourself of being stupid, alone, abandoned, hateful, or judgmental. To say, I am never alone, God is with me, is a wonderful gift to give your mind, because it connects you to all that is loving. When you align yourself with this knowledge and the truth, you are at one with God and all the time and never abandoned. You feel wonderful because it is true. Remember, your guidance system responds to truth with positive emotional feedback. It responds to untruth with negative emotional feedback. So if you say, I'm always alone, I have been abandoned, and nobody loves me, you get a strong negative emotional feedback from guidance saying, oh dear one, you are so wrong. Don't do that to yourself. And you feel bad. You have never been taught the proper interpretation of your emotional guidance system. You feel good when you are on point, when you are accurately thinking you're in alignment with the truth. The thought that God goes with you wherever you go is one of the most truthful statements with which you can align your mind. God is with you wherever you go because you are a holy son of God. You are a holy child of God, and you are a holy daughter of God. If that is the wording that you would like us to speak, then we will do that for you. Aww. I am that one that you know as Jesus, and nothing is more rewarding than to be at peace, because you know you are connected to source energy, all that is, and that is the truth. Suicide and depression separate you from the truth. You are never separated from God. You can, with your powerful creative minds, believe you are, and so you will suffer. It doesn't mean it's true. Love that. You will never be abandoned, even in death. Even if you attempt suicide, you will not be abandoned. You will be picked up in the arms of angels, taken home, nurtured, and looked after until you are ready to come down once again to learn the lessons you were unable to learn. I am that one that you know as Jesus. There is all-pervasive forgiveness for any errors you make. We want you to understand that truly, in every fiber of your being, no matter what you have done, no matter what you have said, no matter what mistakes you have made because of the distortions that you carry in your mind, you always have forgiveness, and God is always with you. We will speak to you again tomorrow. Wow. Well, everybody, let that sink in and really, really ask yourself, do you believe that you're abandoned? Do you believe that you're alone? I would say this is for some of my atheist people out there, or people who are just kind of not sure that Course in Miracles is really talking about what we think it's talking about. It's really, you either are aligned with love and feel like you are connected to something greater than yourself, or you're completely alone, abandoned. There's nothing after this lifetime. It's just, it is what it is, and that's the end of it. So I don't know, it's kind of you exploring your own mind and figuring out where you stand in this. But for me, I think that this lesson, God is with me everywhere I go, it really helps remind me that I'm a part of it. I'm a part of God's mind. And I think it's more than just physical. Of course, wherever you travel, I believe God is with me wherever I go. But it's also wherever my mind goes. So when I take my mind down these pathways of self-sabotage, or I have a hard time with beating myself up too much and with this little bit of a perfectionism thing that I'm learning how to deal with, God is with me when my mind goes those places too. So take that for what it's worth, and thanks for joining me today, and I will see you again tomorrow.